Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled people. In today's episode, Update 2, a girl thinks she's a supervisor just because she hangs out with other supervisors. Dealing with an entitled dad's tantrum at the mini golf course in scorching heat. Car hire wanting it for 5 days but pay for 3. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Update 2, a girl thinks she's a supervisor just because she hangs out with other supervisors. So I've got some updates that happened. Since that day, Jane only tried to fuck everyone related to my colleague and I ended up being the scapegoat. Not even 72 hours after the first post, the defamation campaign began. She started making up stories trying more and more to be everyone's favorite, and in the end it worked. Last Friday, after extremely heavy weather all day at around 7:35 p.m., the coach says, "Can I have a moment, please?" I obviously agreed and followed him to the next room. When I got there, he made me enter the room right after. My trainer's supervisor and a supervisor went along and they sat me down and explained that they are looking for a type of profile and mine doesn't match. The same bullshit as always, when out of nowhere the supervisor simply turns around and says, "This is the official reason. But deep down you know why you started this whole boycott of Jane, so be happy to leave here with something." I was obviously shocked. I was one of those who understood the platform the most. Yes, I am fully aware that I am not the perfect employee. I have my flaws, most of them being completely inattentive most of the time, but on the other hand I just need to have a glimpse on what I am learning to memorize most of it. Thank God my country have some good work politics that will help me in the next months. So I believe this is the last update. I've some friends that still works there, so maybe we get an update. Let's hope for the karma. Stay safe, kids. Thanks for the update. Here's hoping things will quickly improve for you, and Jane will still get the comeuppance she deserves. Seems like, if the golden girl persists, she'll only cause the loss of the competent ones who can easily find another job. If she becomes an actual supervisor, woe betide her minions. Another example of quitting a boss, not the company. Man, I was really hoping everything backfired back on her. Karma definitely gonna get her. Dealing with an entitled dad's tantrum at the mini golf course in scorching heat. A few years ago I worked at a mini golf course for a few months between 2 jobs. The facility is a subsidiary of my hometown, and my CEO reported directly to the mayor. The place was part of a public park, was also not locked, and outside opening hours you could use the place free of charge with your own equipment, or simply enjoy the beauty of the facility. The only thing that was expressly forbidden there was cycling. Even dogs were allowed there on a leash. This story took place in a summer and the temperatures had been over 95 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 weeks, and on this day it was even 105 degrees Fahrenheit. To get to the mini golf course I had to take 2 different buses. Since it was the holidays at the time, I was the only one assigned for the day, but because it was so hot, only a few people came to play anyway. A total of 3 groups in 2 weeks. The rest of the customers just wanted to buy ice cream, mostly mothers with their children, because there was also a water playground on our premises. On the way to work, bus number 1 broke down due to the heat and could not continue. I had to walk to the bus stop for the second bus. Of course I missed it. I had to walk to the mini golf course in the heat. Shortly before the entrance I could already hear the church bells for 12 o'clock and was finally able to enter the complex through the main entrance at 12:02. As soon as I took my key out of my pocket, I spotted 2 cyclists out of the corner of my eye. In terms of age, I thought of a father with a son. The older of the 2 spoke to me as he rode his bike in circles around me. Entitled dad equals ED. I equals me. ED, when are you opening? Me, now. Ed, what are the opening hours? Me a little irritated, actually at 12 o'clock. Ed, aha, and what time is it now? Me looking at the clock, 12:05, sorry but the bus is. Ed, I don't care, it says 12 o'clock and you're late. I want to play. Continuing to ride his bike around me. Me, give me one. Ed screaming, I don't care, go faster. I had enough then. Me, first of all, not in that tone. Secondly, cycling is forbidden on the entire complex, as can be seen from the signs at every entrance. And thirdly, I don't feel like that kind of ***T in this heat, so I won't serve you. He scolded me and followed me to the back entrance of our sales room until I closed the door and he went to the front door. He waited there until I unlocked the door and he could continue complaining to me. He demanded to let him play and give him the contact of my superior. At this point, a few mothers and their small children had gathered to buy ice cream. As he stood in the shop and got louder and louder, he scared the children with his screaming. Which made me tell him, either you leave the store and shut up, or I'll take care of it myself. Here's my boss's business card, out. Now. Obviously shocked, he stopped in his rant, went silent and stepped outside with the card to took his call. A mother told me that she would write an email to my boss herself and report on my exemplary behavior. Less than 2 minutes later my phone rang, the CEO was calling. I had given the customer his card, not the one from my supervisor. CEO, sorry to bother you, but I have a customer on the line complaining about you. I told him what happened. CEO, I see, could you please let the customer play at half price and the problem should be resolved? Me, no. CEO, no? Me, exactly, no. He's not playing today. CEO, what if I turn it into a service instruction? Me, then I'll close it immediately and won't open it tomorrow. CEO, okay, you are in charge there, well played. Laughing. After the phone call, I went to the customer, who greeted me with a triumphant grin. When I told him the decision, his expression fell apart and his son started crying. Because the son was so disappointed, I offered that he could apologize and then I would let them both play. I received my apology and even apologized for keeping them both waiting. For the rest of the day I sat in the shade with my feet in a bucket of ice water and sold ice cream to mothers with their children 3 more times until I closed the shop. See, as much as I agree with not punishing kids for parents' bad behavior, the son just kinda learned the same bad lesson. Crying even though my dad clearly was wrong, I can still manipulate people to get our way, dad still played, no? What consequence really then for him? Son saw that and undoubtedly internalized it. Should have said ban stands for today only, but with apology you can come back. Still some consequence then, but kid can play another day. Then onus is on dad to apologize, make it up to Sonny for ruining the day out, and reschedule golf day. But then again, who has that kind of thought process in those temperatures, lol? Not necessarily, the crying didn't fix the situation, the apology did. If the father still refused to apologize, OP wouldn't have served them. That's a good lesson for the kid to learn. You handled that beautifully. Hopefully the child learned that calming down and apologizing without yelling can lead to a conversation that resolves issues. Well done. Car hire wanting it for 5 days but pay for 3. Okay. Saw this yesterday waiting in line to hire a car from a small airport. Older lady was at the counter creating embarrassment for her poor husband by getting angry at the worker who processes the car hires. She argued that she wanted to return the car to a different location but the website wouldn't allow it. Worker tells her that's because they have no branches in that area, so she says that's why she tried to do it online. And argues she should be able to do it. Then she finds out her husband hired the car for 5 days. She gets angry at him for making the booking and says they should only have to pay for 3 because there's 2 days where they won't be driving even though they will still have the car. My sister is starting to silently laugh at this woman who's holding up the line, which makes the worker start smirking even though he's trying not to. Respect to him because he got her to agree on paying the 5 days and returning the car properly. Some people really don't care about others. Hotel experience. Yes, I booked for 5 nights, because even though I won't be here the middle night, I don't want to pack up and change rooms in the middle of my stay. But I don't see why I should have to pay for the middle night if I won't be sleeping here. Lady, if your stuff is in the room, you are occupying that room, you are paying for that room. Not to mention you are getting a discount already by booking multiple nights. With anger issues like that, she shouldn't be driving at all. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.